welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. Firstly, a big welcome to all our new followers. There's been quite a few new subscribers. Thank you for joining us, and I really do hope you enjoy the channel. Secondly, a huge apology that this video is so late. It's been a couple of months since I last managed to do a little video and get it uploaded, but big things have happened here. I know we intimated in some videos that we were going to be moving premises. Well, it's happened. We're here. New workshops, new projects. I'm sat on one here right now, McCormick W9 tractor from 1945. So yeah, lots going on here at the moment. We've got the memorabilia, we've got tractors, cars still going on. I'm going to take you over and have a little look around and show you where we're going to be going over the course of the next few months. Come on. The buildings have changed a little bit. We've got a big barn in here with some projects. We've got a barn in here with more projects in. We've got a yard with more projects in. First one we're going to walk past here is the tender for the Marshall traction engine. That's getting some welding and building up of these areas. These were really thin, so we're just practicing our arc welding, building up some metal there and getting some material back in. A couple of patches to put in as well. So the building behind me is what we had earmarked for our new showroom, but we've got a few little issues with that one. I'll show you. One of them is the floor. But come through this lovely, as you can see, fantastic old original stable building, but we've got an issue with the floor. This was a good 18 inches deep in muck. It's all been cleared out and we've got cobble floor, but really rough. There's no way we'd be able to properly use this as a public showroom. So a couple of the tractor projects we're going to be working on. Put my coffee mug down. On the channel we're going to be showing you the restoration of another Porsche tractor. So this is a 218 Porsche diesel standard tractor from 1960. Really nice original condition. This is very straight, all original paint. It's not been messed around with, but we think we've got a stuck engine. Easy to fix, we can sort that out. So that's going to be on the list. We've got to get all this tin work off, and we're getting it sandblasted next week as well, so we'll try and film that for the channel. But this one's going to come out just like the other one that we did a couple of years ago, so it'll be full concourse restoration. Everything that needs replacing will be replaced, and we'll do an engine rebuild on it as well. So keep an eye out for that. We'll do some Porsche videos as well. Beside it here we've got a little Massey Ferguson 35X. So this poor little thing was a barn find a few weeks ago. It came up in a local auction down here in Devon. Hadn't run for a long time, but good battery on it, and wind it over for a bit and it fires straight up. Runs absolutely beautifully, but as you can see she's in a bit of a state. The poor thing's rotted away a little bit. Wings, it's had a cab on at some point, so this again is going to get a full restoration. 1963 this one. Lovely little tractor, and it does run really well, so that's going to be well worth us doing a good restoration job on that one. So this is a channel about automobilia. Let's go and look at some automobilia, not some tractors. Okay, back out here in the yard in the sunshine, and you may have already noticed I've had a haircut and I'm not wearing my flat cap. That's because it's June and it's about 20 something degrees out here. Better meter 2-stroke pump, you'll remember this from our previous workshop, that was in there. But we have a new arrival here, Gilbarco calcometer petrol pump. We've got two of these have come in recently, got another one just over here. Both pretty good condition, a few dents down at the bottom of the panels here, but that one will restore nicely. I might be tempted to sell one on as it is as a project for someone, just complete it. But we've got the other one that we're definitely going to be restoring here ourselves. Lovely lineup here of oil cabinets. And ta-da! We have the MGB Roadster. It is still here in this lean-to barn. This is fantastic. Look at this. All the tractors lined up there. The hardtop's gone. That has found a new home. But not a lot has happened really. Not a lot has happened to this one really, apart from the exhaust fell off in the move. That's the only thing that's really happened to this car so far. We're still awaiting a big engine component, basically. So I won't say too much more. I'll hold that for another little MG video, but this one might have to move on fairly soon. It's been months since we worked on it. We were hoping to do some more videos and really get it on the road for this summer. The move's happened and it's not going anywhere. So we'll see what happens with the MGB over the next few weeks. If I can bring you another video, I will. Out here in the yard, I've been painting some items over the last week or so. Sorry, that camera's just gone dark. Parts for the traction engine, there we go. These are all in undercoat. First coat of top coat on that one. You can see it's quite liney. It was done with just a cheap brush, but that's just first coat. That's going to be flatted back and coat and flat and paint. Panels for a Bowser electric pump. Now these are nice. We're doing these in a coach enamel. You can see these have been flatted back and are waiting their first colour top coat. Quite a rare pump. Bowser electric, 1930s. See if you can guess what brand this one's going to be by the colour. Traction engine flywheel getting some paint. Ooh. A couple of other arrivals, these two oil cabinets. Lovely agricastrol. And this one around here. A really interesting mobile oil cabinet. This one, the door's latched. Okay, so the door's latched and it's stuck. I can't do that with a camera in my hand. But basically, the door opens on the bottom of this one and there's a barrel inside. So it's not a tank like some of the other cabinets are, like the Castrol one beside it here. That's a really interesting little cabinet. So we're going to fully restore this one. We're looking to get the signs that go on the front. It's had the decal there with the Pegasus horse, the shield, but it has had the big white gargoyle mobile oil signs on it at some point. And up on the top you can see there it's had the bracket for the little oval sign as well, so we'll try and find one of those to put back on. So guys, I've just popped back into the barn here with the Porsche tractor because we've had a call from our local mobile sandblaster and he can fit in some work this week coming on the Porsche tractor and a few other bits around. We have an oil cabinet for our client who's having the Bowser petrol pump. That's going to get sandblasted as well. Well, I say sand, media blasting would be the correct term because he uses crushed glass, which is safe to use outside out in the yard here and leaves a good finish. It's not quite as aggressive as alley oxide. So he's going to be blasting the oil cabinet, some petrol pump parts, including the base for the Vickers project pump for another client of ours, and we're going to be doing parts for the Porsche tractor. So this here beside me is a 1960 Porsche standard diesel tractor. 218 is the model number, Porsche 218, and this is the third tractor we've had from this particular marque. Do really like the Porsche tractors. They're really well engineered, really well built. They've got some nice features on them. A little bit over-engineered in some ways for a 1960s tractor. If we think of other things that were available in this country at a similar time, would have been the Fordson Major, Fordson Dexter, Massey 35, like beside me here as well, behind you, that you saw earlier. So yeah, these were for small farms really, designed for Europe, designed for the vineyards and the small little farms of Germany and France and Spain and places like that. So they didn't really come over here to the UK, weren't really powerful enough to be honest, and would have been quite expensive to import back in the day. So I'm going to strip some tin work off of this, get the bonnet off, get the wings, the wheel weights on the wheels are coming off so that we can take the wheels off, and we're going to get this tractor prepped back down to a rolling chassis, ready for the media blaster to come this week. Since we moved, half our tools are still stored and packed away, so this has become my favourite tool recently. I don't recommend the use of a giant adjustable spanner for things, but it's handy. It's in the shed and it's here and it does everything I need it to at the moment. So until I can find the proper toolkit, this will do for what we need to do today. Weights here, steering box, very reminiscent of a Volkswagen or Porsche type steering box. I think my 59 split screen camper had a virtually identical steering box to that many years ago. Fuel tank up here, obviously it's diesel in a little cradle there that just holds it. So again, undo that strap, you can lift the whole tank out to clean it out. Battery in there, the air-cooled fan system here. Fan is in there, the air comes in, is directed up through this box here and in over the cylinders. Around this other side, this is the near side if you like of the tractor. You can see the cover in there, the fan is inside here. You can see that a bit better there. Fuel filter is in under the tank there. Exhaust is upside down at the moment actually, that should be the other way around. We have the return pipe there that needs replacing. next thing, I just want to see if I can crack off the wheel nuts to loosen these up. We've just gone round and loosened the wheel nuts off slightly, so we know they will all turn freely. I'll give them all a spray up and let some penetrating fluid soak in, but I know that that's now ready to come off when it comes to next week, putting it on axle stands for the blaster. Okay guys, so a slight break here while I've just been getting some tools and doing some other bits. Just started to take the manifold off of this tractor to remove the exhaust. We found we got a slight problem. It's seized. But there's a little bit more to that. Have a look down here. Yeah, that puddle, you can see it running down the block there, and you can just see it still dripping there. All that water has just come out of the engine. Now, considering this is an air-cooled engine, that's slightly worrying. Right, I've just gone and got a torch. This is a new tool as well in the workshop. Handheld torch. Just got fed up of getting my phone in and out of my pocket all the time to use the torch. This is a detailing light actually used for sort of valeters. You can see why. Look, you can really inspect things. But here we go. Look at all that water. Oh dear. Wow, I can't really zoom in with the GoPro, but look in there. That's shot. Same in there. That has been full of water for years. But the beauty of these Porsche tractors is just like a Volkswagen, like a Beetle engine, you can take the pots, the cylinders, the pistons out, everything off and swap them over. So we can get a complete top-end rebuild kit for this Porsche engine, strip this down and rebuild it with brand new cylinders and pistons. So I think that is exactly what we're going to do. It looks as though we might even need new heads as well, or certainly reconditioned ones, but I'll see what we can find on that. If we can buy off the shelf, then we'll put brand new on. Found a nest. So the offside of the engine here, you can see the cylinder heads. We have the injectors here and the glow plugs here and here. These are definitely original, all the original wiring and fixings on there. And then coming down here we can see the cylinder barrels, the remains of nesting material here, a bit of twine, a bit of straw, and you can see all that water sitting down in there. So we've got to take all this apart.